What's going on, guys? King Raven here, coming at you with another video today. So today we've got a awesome knife review overview from one of my favorite designers. But before we get into that, y'all remember, give me a like, leave a comment. In the description of this video and on my videos there will be links. Those links are the best way to help my channel. So if you would like to support what I do here at the channel, use those links down below and I greatly appreciate it. At the end of the video there'll be a little subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and check out the other video I have linked. Follow me on Instagram at ShieldArms. Now let's flip this camera around and get into today's knife review. Okay guys, so big shout out to the Lefty Pass Around group for letting me check out this Kizer knife we're going to be taking a look at today. So this is a new version of a very popular model by one of my favorite designers. We are looking at the Kizer Gemini, designed by Ray Laconico. This is in Nitro V and PEI and steel liners. So what are we looking at today? We're looking at the Kizer Gemini in Ultem, which is PEI. PEI is the material, Ultem's a brand name, but you're going to hear me refer to it as Ultem like most people do. Really nice texture on the Ultem. You can see it sort of radiates from the pivot and going like in the different rings going out from it. We've got a reversible pocket clip. It's not deep carry. We have a lanyard hole. Really don't like to see that because I'm not a lanyard person. Since they had to go through the back spacer, they could have done the scales solid and just done like the little bar, but that's just like a little nitpick and everything. It's not really that bad. Pocket clip, reversible but not really deep carry, is perfect for me. Y'all know I'm a double amputee, so I'm in a wheelchair, so I actually like to have a little bit sticking out of the pocket or out of my pants to where I'm wearing it on the waistband and be able to grab it. So that is a plus for me. So, but some people might complain that it's not really deep carry. Flipper only. So if you're not a flipper only fan, you might not like this, but the action on the Gemini is really nice. I have medium sized hands, so I've got still plenty room left over. There's no real choke up spot, but large hands are going to be fine. XL hands and double XL, you might start to roll off the back, so you'd have to have really big hands for it to become a true 3-finger knife, but if you do, just keep that in mind. Nice drop point blade of Nitro V that's coated. Inset liner, well, it's not inset, it's just a steel liner lock with weight reduction, so you see the holes through it. Okay, and this drop point to where it goes down makes a very useful tip. I love this blade shape because you don't have to elevate as high of an angle to use that tip. You can actually keep it at a lower angle instead of having to go to almost like 90 degrees with some drop points that have a tip that doesn't drop quite as low. But the way this blade is designed is you also have this nice belly section. So whether you use the tip for your draw cuts, or you use that belly for your draw cuts or your precision cuts, either way works great. And then for your power cuts, since you really don't start moving on the belly until you get right about here, you're going to have almost the full length of that blade for your power cuts. So really comfortable in hand, really good blade shape. The Gemini is a classic, well time proven design. Nice action, very snappy. Drops down to my finger and then a couple of shakes shut. Really nice design. Let's do some comparisons. Okay, so another Ultim knife where you can sort of see the difference between textured or smooth and also satin or darkened. This is the QSP Penguin. This is a traditional pocket knives exclusive in the Ultim. And this is another Kizer. This is the Kizer Drop Bear in the Lexan, which is the clear type of material instead of Ultim. So you can really see, and this one's textured, but the texture on this, in my opinion, stands out a little bit more as far as looking, where this sort of blends out. Now, this might be just because it's finer, but I think it's more because it's also translucent. So you have to decide which type of these materials that you like better. Do you like Lexan or do you like the Ultim? But all these are very similar in size. You're looking at that basically 3-inch blade length with that nice medium size handle, in my opinion. Great size knives. This is really one of some of the sweet spot of where I like to carry. Now let's compare it to a couple of Ray Laconico designs. So this right here is the Mini Rosalinda. This just recently released, so this is definitely in the size ballpark as the Gemini, where the Rosalinda would be much larger. And the budget version of the Mini Old Guard, where the Old Guard would definitely be larger. The Mini Old Guard is almost identical in length, just like the Mini Rosalinda. And then we'll swap for the Mini Old Guard bolster lock, which is also right there, that same size. If you like the blade shape on the Rosalinda or the Mini Old Guard bolster lock, you will probably like the blade shape of the Gemini because it's a classic drop point to where the tip is still going almost in line with the pivot. As you can see, this one does, and this one does. So it's really functional. This is not quite as drop as the other two, but still very similar. Alright, so overall, this is a fantastic knife. The Gemini has been around and it continues to be a popular model for Kizer. So I'm glad to see them bringing it out in a little bit more affordable version using the Ultim and Nitro V, which I love Nitro V still. Now, personally, I would love to see this in a satin like this. I like the way satin, blade, and everything looks underneath the Ultim a little bit better than the dark. Some people are going to prefer the dark. I just prefer the satin. So if this knife was in the satin, this knife would be in my collection right now. Because it is in the darker, I just don't care for it quite as much. But since I don't have a Gemini in my collection, this would probably be the version that I picked up because I am a big Ultim fan. Let's flip this camera around and wrap up today's video of the Kizer Gemini. So guys, what do you think about the Kizer Gemini? Is it a knife that you have been looking at but you just didn't see any version that really liked, or you didn't want to pay for like the premium version of the Gemini? Is the more budget friendly version of the Gemini more your liking, or does the Ultim just turn you off and everything. I love the comfort. I love the aesthetics. I love the snappiness of this. So this is a great knife. Me personally, like I said, if this was satin with the satin liners underneath, I would immediately own it. Right now, this is one I'm still highly considering because I do love the Gemini model and I don't have one. So this is probably the model I would pick up, but that's just my personal preference right here. But yes, this is an outstanding design, an outstanding EDC knife. If you like, go with it. The quality is there. The design is there. It is phenomenal. Y'all let me know what you think. Y'all, leave those comments. Give me a like. Check out the links in the description. Those links do help my channel and I greatly appreciate it. So if you want to support me at what I do here, that's the best way to do it, is using those links. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Check out this video. I think you might like it. Follow me on Instagram at ShieldArms. Y'all be safe out there. I'm King Raven, and I'll catch you in the next video.